Okay, to talk more about Obama's plans to combat Islamic State, I'm joined live by former U.S. Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Karen Katowski. Thanks indeed, Ms. Katowski, for joining us. What impact on the already volatile region could U.S. airstrikes in Syria have?
Well, I think it's going to increase the level of confusion on the ground and panic for a lot of people. Certainly, we know when we drop bombs and shoot missiles from a long way away, we're not as accurate. We don't get the targets that we want to get. And you'd think we'd learn from it, but instead that was a big part of Mr. Obama's speech. He wishes to continue the kind of bombings that have not worked in Afghanistan or Iraq very well. It kills people. It causes confusion. When we make mistakes, and we always do, we always get civilians, this just adds to the anti-American sentiment in the region, which does not help us in the long run.
Well, there's been a lot of reaction to what was said, including here in Russia. Moscow saying that the U.S. not cooperating with Damascus over strikes would violate international law. What are your thoughts on that particular issue?
Two things. One, they're right. It is, if they don't have permission to drop ordnance on the territory of Syria, then that is an act of war. There's no doubt about that. That's very straightforward. The other point that we have to remember is, you know, Obama has been violating international law for at least 2 years in assisting the rebels in Syria. Various of those rebels. I'm sure we were trying to assist the moderate rebels, and many say that the same people we were helping are now the foundation of ISIS or ISIL. But in any case, that also seems to me to have been a violation of international law. We like in this country, it seems Washington, D.C. likes to talk about international cooperation, and we talk about international law, but we really ignore it whenever we want to. And I think in Syria we've been ignoring it for some time. This latest point in his speech really is a continuation of ongoing policy, I would think.
It also brings up the point again that why does the U.S. want to fight Islamic State without teaming up with Assad against what is now their common enemy?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, you know, we've ruined our relationship with Assad. We have publicly on the international stage declared that he is unfit for office and that we think he should go. So we would then be hypocritical to associate with him and to side with him and to aid him in any way. So we boxed ourselves into a corner with that one. And I think the same can go for the way we've treated the Russian government as well in alienating them. We also can't exercise the benefits of an international cooperation with these countries that we have demonized and alienated. Certainly Syria, we're seeing that there.
Okay, Karen Katowski, retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel in the U.S. Thank you very much for your input this hour.